Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Heroine's Quest. Indeed, I can't get in with this guy here. I did a test. Since it is supposedly morning, yep. I think we're just gonna wander around town a little bit, see if we can get him to move off.
Welcome back, traveler. I was worried that a lone woman like yourself would not make it back. I do not intend to leave town before spring myself.
Yeah, I'm fine. There was a thief in my room at night.
There was a thief in my room at night!
I am an upstanding citizen. I do not concern myself with the likes of that. Suffice it to say that one is far more likely to be robbed on the road or in the forest than twixt the walls of fair Menarvigir.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very accurate, though.
Tell me about Menarvigir.
'Tis our fair village in the heart of Yarnvadir. The weather may be foul, yet the people are friendly.
Maybe that's how they can afford to do all the things around town that the city wasn't willing to do for me.
What does Lif do?
My friend Lif is our resident healer. He keeps Menarvigir hale from sickness and cures the wounds of those ill-fated to run into a forest troll. You should pay him a visit if you wish to purchase an elixir of healing. His store is next to mine, near the village gate.
We should see how much those cost. Have you seen Kraka around?
Have you seen Kraka around?
Young Kraka often comes to my shop to talk and to get warm. Life has not been kind to her. She lost her parents at a young age and lacks the money to find a good husband.
She doesn't need a husband.
She would be begging in the streets, but we do what we can to help her through the winter.
Alright, and what about the town librarian?
What about the town librarian?
To be frank, he mostly sits around and smokes his pipe, but he is old enough to have earned his time to sit around and smoke. He is my foremost buyer of pipeweed. He has some interesting tales to tell if you are patient with him, and he keeps a cat and a spirit as his pets. For some reason, he names the cat Horrible or something like that.
Okay.
I bid you farewell.
It was nice to speak with you. I hope you will stay in Menarvigir with us. Yarnvadir is not safe for one woman by herself.
Yeah, it's fine. I can take a troll. Lift's store is locked for now. He's probably out or just about to leave. If I go in here, will you be in here? Probably not. Nope, Sigrun's store is closed for now. At least my endurance is going up. I do kind of need my money back, though. That appears to be a catalog of the entire library, meticulously kept with the screwy decimal system. Well, let's see. Biology, 3. Catalog, 0. Climatology, 6. Comfy chair, E. Cryptography, B. Dictionaries, 2. Fireplace, F. Game design, 7. Oh, well, that should be handy. Genealogy, 4. Geography, C. Lost and Found, 5. Poetry, A. Recipes, 9. Recreation, 8. Story and Writing, D. Strategy, 1. Yeah, okay, I can see how this is the screwy decimal system. Really isn't your job to tidy this place up. Besides, you didn't expect it would go... you'd expect it would go messy again faster than you could blink. Merely looking at these books makes you hungry. It is unfortunate that you won't be able to obtain the right ingredients during the Fimbulvinter. You page through some of the tactical books, but find nothing of use to you. All these topics are too theoretical, and Heroine is all about practice. Of the books here, one about winter strikes you as most relevant. You page through a treatise on how the ice on a frozen river is thickest at night and weakest at noon. Hearing I ask from the holy races, from Heimdall's sons both high and low, thou wilt, father of the slain, that well I relate old tales I remember of men long ago. These long lists of names would be enough to put you to sleep. You quickly put the book away and decide to find something else to read. Well, let's go upstairs. You don't think that these books are going to be of any help to you right now. You have no idea where to even find the places they're written about. You page through the dictionary and learn some appealing words, starting with A. You're pretty sure you won't be able to remember all of that. Aww. The shelf contains numerous dictionaries, most of which are from languages you haven't yet even heard of in the first place. The shelf contains several atlases from several lands you've never heard of. Esoteric places called Oz and Mid-Kemia and Westeros. The book is mostly square and is named Launch the Atomic Alligator Slayer. You have no idea what that particular title would refer to. This book is called The Stronghold of the Duergar by Urist. The language is rather complicated, and the end of the book is ripped out, apparently by some monster. The book Tale from the Grotto tells about a tribe of rabbit-like creatures that live on a floating island and become very strong when they eat yellow flowers. You see a nameless book that describes the journeys of ZT in his quest to rescue Princess Nehema. The beginning of the book is very bright and cheerful, but somehow you feel you don't want to read what the end is like. The fireplace is essential in keeping this drafty room heated during the winter. In addition, it provides a convenient and cozy place for roasting food. The upper floor of the library is a cozy room, well suited for reading next to the fireplace. Compared with the large chaotic piles of books downstairs, this room looks almost solemn. Oh, hi, Mr. Ghost. The ghost does not speak. Oh. Can we shake hands? No, but apparently I can tickle you. There's a ghost in the library. In this section, you find long genealogical lists of various clans and families throughout Midgard. These books discuss the weather and climate throughout the seasons, and their effect on agriculture, gardening, and breeding moose. Moose bit my sister once. These shelves are stacked with poetry books. Most of them are raunchy limericks or soppy love poems, but there are some epic sagas in the middle. You find a large amount of books on martial topics, ranging from basic sword fighting maneuvers to handling army logistics. I like how I turned to look up the stairs for that. This book has a title, Struggle for Life and Honor. You cannot make out much from its contents. This section of the library is dedicated to the recipes. Numerous exotic dishes are detailed, most of them requiring spices you haven't even heard of. This section of books discusses various exotic creatures that adventurers have spotted during their travels, from Aquator to Zombie. This book has a blue cup on the cover. It talks about hotspots, view frames, and walk-behinds. You have no idea what all that means. Clumsily stacked up near the doorway are numerous books about adventure game design. Between the pages are hastily scribbled notes about Norse mythology. Yeah, it seems unrelated to anything else. Alright, so can we try using this again? Over there you find nothing relevant to the text on the note. You figured out the handwriting enough to slowly make out the letters, but it is in a language you're unfamiliar with. Perhaps the library can be of some help. Okay, what about the dictionaries? There we go. Tediously, you look up the words in the dictionary and write down the translations on the back. You think it's some kind of poem. You've written the translation on the back of the note. It is a short, unsourced poem. It goes, "The brave warrior, seeing an armed opponent, swiftly runs away." Brave Sir Robin? Let's compare it to the poetry section. You page through the poetry books on reference until you finally match the note with a classic haiku by the famous strategist Mun Zu. Rather than Sun Tzu. You still haven't found the book. The librarian sure is cryptic. The note contains a haiku by Moon Zhu from his well-known book, The Ancient Art of Fighting. Well, can we use this over here? In the strategy section? This must be the book you were asked to find. Triumphantly, you take the book with you. How heavy is it? You got 5 points. You take out the book and start to read it. It concerns the use of subterfuge and misdirection in what Moon Zhu calls honorable combat. There's a whole chapter on feints and melee combat, which you study carefully for some useful pointers for your inevitable next fight. Now that you've learned this trick, your strikes will be more accurate if you use 2 different attacks in a row, instead of the same attack twice. Then you get to a section on spellcasting. You learn a spell named Sixth Sense, which would have been useful for locating this book. Done reading for now, you close the book and put it away. That was a good read. You wonder if anyone else might also find this book of use. I like how the thing about to tell me that I got, like, points is just coming in, like, 1 pixel at a time. Midday, Sixth Sense, Feint +5. So I got Magic Dart and Sixth Sense now, and Maneuvers Feint. Found your book, old man.
No. You go ahead and keep that. It is a gift because you are busy saving the world and all.
Well, more specifically trying to figure out who stole my stuff. Alright, well, let's see if we can talk to this bird. Nope. I got some animal ken, though. Boyd. I want to pet you. Alright, fine. Alright, let's see if Regan is in his home. Knock, knock. Coming in. Poop. Go away, old man. At least my endurance is going up. There we go. We can take a look around here. Liv keeps several plants in his house that would no doubt perish in the cold outside. This should keep his herbal supplies well stocked until spring. Large bag stands close to the fireplace. It appears to contain some kind of grass, which is left there to dry.
In a winter as harsh and dangerous as this, there is always a call for cures, elixirs, and any kind of potion. It keeps me busy indeed.
I suppose so. The shelf over the fireplace holds a number of empty vials, as well as a few books that are mostly loose bits of paper hastily tied together.
This is where I store my ingredients, from Eye of Newt to flubberworm mucus, and from nightshade juice to green fur.
Ew.
This is where I store my ingredients.
A sleek white cat sits nearby, its snow-covered fur giving it excellent camouflage in the winter. The cat pointedly ignores you. But kitty, I want to talk to you. Kitty. Alright, fine.
Good day to you. I hope your travels keep you safe, but if not, I may be able to help you with a potion or two.
Yeah, I don't think I have the money for that right now. How's the village doing?
How is the village doing?
Unavagir is trouble these days. Food supplies are dwindling, and there are more trolls and vargs in the forest than there should be. Yet, still we stand.
Well, that's good. What about the town librarian?
What about the town librarian?
He is a bit of an odd fellow, always shouting at that poor cat of his, and at that ghost he insists on keeping at his library.
He insists on keeping at his library?
Well enough. He has an odd way of showing it. Perhaps he just likes to complain about some things.
I like complaining about things. Lithras here does not want your flowers. Whoa. I'm not gonna say that one. I don't know if I should say that one.
There was a thief in my room at night.
Yes, I have heard of the Thieves' Lodge, but they have left me alone so far. That is probably because if any of them got hurt, they would need my help to cure them. I am not sure how to help you. They're likely in town somewhere, but perhaps they are so well hidden that human senses just cannot find them.
I suppose a sixth sense spell would work for that. I like how everyone is so very, very calm about the fact that a thief was in my room last night, and I am just, like, incensed. I'd like to buy, like, I mean, that's their reaction to me being incensed. It's just, you know, I mean, things happen. I'd like to buy some of your wares.
I would like to buy some of your wares.
There is value in potions and alchemy. Odin of the Shaggy Cloak knows this, and was willing to put out one of his own eyes for a drink from the Mimisbrunir, the Well of Wisdom. I am happy to tell you that my prices are not so steep, although I do not sell the wisdom water. There likely is none of it left within this world. Perhaps you are interested in purchasing some of my potions?
Well, since you mentioned it, I imagine that there will be. Can you give me an empty flask?
Can you give me an empty flask?
These generic all-purpose flasks are all you need to carry liquids around. They are both fire-resistant and waterproof.
Well, that's handy. Oh. No, you can't give me one. But they're pretty cheap. Can you teach me a potion recipe?
Can you teach me a potion recipe?
This recipe was designed by a mysterious enchanter who calls himself the Crimson Bovine. I would be willing to share it with you for a price.
Yeah, okay. Do you need any ingredients?
Do you need ingredients?
I am always in need of ingredients, particularly anything that is not found near the city gates of Manavagir.
Okay.
In particular, I have run out of willow bark. There is a special bark that glows in the dark, and thus can be only harvested at night. Please, be so kind to find some for me.
Well, I do know where some of that is. I'm interested in buying spells.
I am interested in buying spells.
A spell that I often use invokes the blessing of the Aesir. It will make fortune shine upon you, protect you in combat, and ward off lesser undead. The bless spell can traditionally only be taught to a full sorcerer or sorceress.
Aw, rude. What about stamina
Please sell me a
potions?
stamina potion.
How much are they?
My stamina potions will keep you going all day, or all night if that is what you prefer. They are a pretty good hangover cure as well, and let you resist more common toxins.
Okay, so 20. You have any
Do you
mana
have
potions?
any mana potions?
I do not stock mana potions, since I am essentially the only magic user in Manavagir. Perhaps you should ask Orvandil the Sage. I am sure he has a good recipe for them.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. What about a healing
I would
potion?
like a healing potion.
It is always wise to keep a few healing potions at hand, especially if you have a profession as dangerous as yours. They are guaranteed to save you from certain death, or you get your money back.
Slight problem with that. Also 30. Okay. Well,
I wish you good health.
Stay in Manavagir as long as you like. It is better here than in the forest.
you see the letter Lithrasir gave you on, gave to you on a safe spot up on the shelf. How nice. Yeah, I'm not going to tell him that Lithrasir does not want his flowers. I don't know that for sure. She may have said something about that, but I'm not going to say that until I go back and talk to her. Double check that. No, we've already talked to you. Alright, let's see if Regan has moved on. Please tell me you've left your house. Dang it! Can you get Regan to move? Just want him to leave. I mean, I suppose I could go rest for a little while. Yeah, I'll just grab some more animal ken as long as I'm seeing the animals. Alright, well, let's, I guess we'll just wait until, early evening by going out and wandering around. There's might be some things that we can look at. You don't find the sign particularly interesting. You consider turning the sign around to point the other way, but you seriously doubt you'd fool anyone. Alright, there's still quite a bit... Ah, it's blinking with the thief. Still quite a bit that we have not explored. Let's not go very far. A moose! A large moose stands by, ignoring you as it chews on some leaves. I didn't think that moose in Europe were American mooses. I thought they were more like elk. Maybe I'm mixing that up. I don't remember. Okay, so that's there. I guess we haven't been up. I am suffering some issues with the cold. Dang it! Moved off too fast. Oh. I like how the eye gets a reflection. There appears to be something buried under the ice. Small gazebo is crafted out of marble and crystal. It would be a pleasant meeting place if not for the freezing cold. Many beautiful trees bring a sense of peace to this forest. Well, except for the wandering trolls and vargs, obviously. In the heart of the forest, you find what you believe to be a hauntingly beautiful garden, if not for the fact that it is covered in a deep layer of snow and ice. Let's see if we can dig this out. I doubt it, but you never know. You're going to need a different tool to pick through the ice. Aha, yeah. Like an ice pick. Okay, well it's good to know that we need one of those. I think Volan had one. How am I doing? You know what? Dang it! Wasn't quite quick enough. I killed him. Got some feint skill. You find a purse containing some odds and ends as well as 4 silver pieces. Yes! Finally! Some of them do have cash! I guess the ones that I've killed before have just not been the ones that have been winning the card games. Okay, what time are we looking at? That's spellcasting. Ooh, well, I can cast Sixth Sense. I have no idea what that did. Whatever. We'll go ahead and get back to the village. You know what? I did not talk to the moose. I should have talked to the moose. Let's at least see what's off this side. We are going to start losing some health soon. Alright. Not a whole lot. Alright, well, given that... given that, you know what's going on, I think that we're just going to go sleep until nightfall and see if maybe he moves away then. That'll at least get our stamina back a little bit. Go ahead and close that. Sleep until nightfall. It should help our stamina. You lie down in the warm bed and quickly fall asleep. Several hours later, you awaken much refreshed. You have no further interruptions in your sleep. You seriously doubt the thief will come back a second time. You have the distinct impression that he is completely out of your league when it comes to arm wrestling. Well, I could try.
Good day, traveler. What would you speak of?
What can you tell me of the forest?
What can you tell me of the forest?
The endless trees of Yanvidir are dangerous to the unwary. They prove no...
I came across a frozen garden.
I came across the frozen garden.
There is an old garden near Munavigir, with a strange wooden bridge. I am sure it has mystical significance, but to me, it is naught but frozen grass.
Okay. There was a thief in my room at night.
There was a thief in my room at night.
I like how she says
I
that.
am uncertain. While no proven warrior would stoop so low as to steal like a common magpie, I do not think I can vouch for all in this town. There have been many rumors of a thieves' lodge, and only a fool would discount them. They are hiding in Munavigir, although I know not where.
Well, I know where. Do you have a meal for me?
Do you have a meal for me?
I do. The dish for today is vegetable pie.
You should definitely try it. Sigurd's cooking is the best in all of Yanvidir.
As we agreed, you shall have my hospitality for free.
So basically what you're telling me is that this should be my camp of operations for the rest of the game. Or at least until, we go someplace else. Well, I mean, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. But I'd rather have ham. Are you just going to stand there, Liv? That was certainly one of the best meals you've had in a long time. Since yesterday. Okay, I wish you good health.
I wish you good health.
There's
Travel
Regan.
safely, stranger.
Whoops. I don't know what he said. Sorry, I accidentally clicked through that. Anyway, he's here. That's the important thing. So now we should be able to get into this barrel. Hi, kitty. There we go. Got some animal ken. Just got to do it enough until I get some animal ken. Okay, let's take a quick look at our stats. Endurance is up to 32. Agility has barely moved at all. Strength is at 29. Weapon use is at 26. Willpower is at 15. Score is 37 out of 500. Feint has gotten up to 7. Animal Ken is up to 16. I do need to get other things up pretty high. Need to do some work on things. Anyway, we're going to call this an episode here. When we come back next time, we'll finally be able to get into that barrel and see where that thief has gone. See you next time, everyone.